Has this ever happened to you where you're casually talking to one of your friends about a certain subject, and then you open up your phone and go onto Facebook, and then you see an ad for something similar? Well, that happened to me with this enterprise. I've always wanted to build a model about the size of 1 to 3/50th scale enterprise refit that is all lit up and just as a display piece. And well, once you know it, Tomy Plus actually has done something that I've been wanting to do myself. This is a campaign for a limited run of the enterprise refit. Now these are just prototype pictures here, and it's 85% die cast and 15% plastic. Now your nacelles and your supports are what's plastic. The rest is all die cast. Now that is very appealing. Now they claim that it is painted, and we all know if you're trying to build one of these, the Aztec painting is a real pain in the rear. And it has all the glowing with the impulse drives, real working light up features. It even has a arboretum in there, and it's been actually on Adam Savage's YouTube channel, so I would definitely suggest checking that out. And yes, I did wind up backing this back in August of 2024. Now there were some updates, not as many as you would expect, but this was one of them. It was actually addressing the quality control, which they also mentioned in Adam Savage's video. And it mentions about the light, and they just wanted to make sure that they got the lights correct. And yeah, everyone cheered them on, saying, yes, we want a quality display piece. So it did run a little late, a couple months, but take a look at this model. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. And I really, really hope this is the type of model that I waited for. So let's go ahead, unpack it, and find out. Now, my box arrived on March 13th, and it did require a signature, so I had to be present to accept the box. It has these nice plastic corners to help protect the corners from any damage. You want to make sure your knife is, or your blade is very, very short. You don't want to do any damage and puncture within the box. And we have a box within a box. A little bit of damage on the outside here, not too bad though. Kind of expect it. And now we have a nice big piece of styrofoam. We're going to make sure our blade is nice and short again while we cut the tape along the styrofoam. I really like that it is all sealed around the foam. So chances of it, getting any moisture inside is pretty low. This was taped on for the instruction manual. You got this little tool in here, so be sure you keep that and review the warranty. Very important. So far, I'll call the packaging an A+. Very well done. Now this is the base. And of course we got some, shrapnel here, but that's okay. The base has some really nice weight to it. This is your mount where your enterprise will sit inside, and you got these two push pins that will help lock it in place. And here are the, I guess you would call them capacitive touch buttons. They're not physical buttons, but you just basically tap on them. I really like that they're using this softer plastic to help protect the paint, because I've actually received numerous products with it, and it does a great job. Now, take a look at this. This looks absolutely amazing. Now, again, you gotta be careful because your warp engines there, your nacelles and your struts or whatever, they are plastic, so you cannot lift by that. You have to lift it by the saucer and the hull, or just the saucer itself. Now to help, I am definitely wearing protection. I do not want to mar the finish of this, and I'm holding it by the hull and underneath the saucer section, and you just slide it right on. I have to say, this model is pretty darn heavy, and it just looks absolutely stunning. Now this is the hangar bay door that you remove with that tool that's in that little bag with the instruction manual. And this is one of the supports for the Sirach shuttlecraft. This is one of the two supports that go against the lower hull of the ship. They use these support rods. This is the base for the Sirach shuttlecraft, And here's another pull for that. And here is one of the support rods. It is metal that go to the front of the ship that those two round pucks will use to help hold it up. And this is the Sirach shuttlecraft. It's pretty plain. I mean, it looks okay, I guess. Definitely not as much detail as the Enterprise, but that's okay. And it's two pieces. This is the one that docks to the ship, and this is what it looks like together. Okay, so let's go back to the USS Enterprise. Now the overall dimensions is approximately 34 inches by 16 by 11, and it weighs about 20 pounds. I will be using those front struts to actually hold up the saucer section to make it more level, but this is just going over how nice this model really looks. I mean, especially the paint, or I would have to say they're possibly decals and not paint like Tomy Plus actually said, because I saw some pictures online very close up, and let's just say that in one of the Facebook groups that the paint was actually like pushed. So, and paint doesn't push, decals push. It was coming off. And actually that doesn't bother me. But if you really look at this, that Aztec decals or paint really looks great. Now let's go ahead and power it up. You have a power up sequence, and again, these are not physical buttons, and you can see how it just powers up the model. And now we're going to actually take a look at the ship on two other angles during this startup sequence. So let's go ahead and turn it from the back side here. And when we press it, you'll see how the lights gradually turn on, including the spotlights on the base, just like in the movie where you would see it in the space dock as everything starts to power up. I would have to say this is one of my most favorite angles of the startup sequence, and just looking at the ship in general. Once your deflector is powered up and fully lit, that is when you know that this initial startup sequence has now finished. And then the next tap will be called underway mode. And you'll see that that's when the marker lights begin to flash. And then we're going to do the same thing and just check the other angles to see how this looks. You can see that the impulse engines definitely light up. That's a nice effect. And then there's really not much to see from the bottom part except for the marker lights starting to flash, along with the deflector changing colors. And the next mode will be called impulse power mode. Again, nothing really to see from this angle, but then when we go to the back angle, you'll see that, yep, the impulse engines definitely do a little bit of flash, and then they power down, and nothing from the bottom angle. And next will be called full power mode. That's when you see the nacelles light up. That's pretty darn cool. Yep, and again, this is one of my favorite views is from the bottom. And to power it down, we're just going to hold it down for a second or two, and then you do a whole power down sequence. And if you're looking to build your own ship with a custom circuit board, I know a great company. Are you looking for a PCB manufacturer? Are you looking for rigid, flexible PCBs? Are you looking for them to assemble them for you? Well, they can. And they also offer other services such as 3D printing, injected molding, and CNC. Heck, they even have a community section where you could buy a project and assemble it on your own. If you're looking for any of these services, please reach out to PCB Way. Now it's more like a twilight in my garage because it's around 5 p.m. and the garage door has windows on top. So I'm waiting for it to get dark, but figured this would be a good time to get some of the, the details, like the arboretum right here. A little defect there right above that in the paint, but that's a pretty nice touch. And then as we approach the top, you can see the bridge through the windows. And again, that is still a real nice touch. And then we have the shuttle bay. This is one of my most favorite. I wish I had an endoscope to actually take in there, see what it really looks like, but that's a zoomed in shot. I mean, the attention to detail is really, really good. You can really see how the decals have changed with the lighting, and they have some depth to them. And underneath you have the officer's lounge. There's really nothing to see there, but it's definitely a nice touch. All the decals on mine are really solid and clear. And even that spotlight right there on the nacelle there, that is actually plastic, and the light is behind there to give that spotlight appearance. I like the beacons. They are really bright, and the diffusing on the nacelles is top notch. And overall, they did a really good job with the lighting itself. And it looks really, really sharp, especially now that it's at night. You can really appreciate how much time and effort went into this model. And I'm just panning over some of the shots here that you may appreciate yourselves. I really love the top-down approach here. I mean, it really is a thing of beauty. I'm just stunned by how the lighting on this is. The spotlights from the base really add to the effect here of it being like in a space dock, or just in general in a movie scene. The deflector is really well lit. I really like the outer glow of it, mostly. Okay, enough with the praise. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Look at this saucer section here. 2/3 of my saucer section has light bleed, and the beacons are just the absolute worst. Look at that. Under every window section, there is bleed. And oh, look at this. I get a flashing headlight here. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Oh, I get double bleed on this one, on the green beacon. Perfect. And if you go onto the Facebook groups, they're going to say, oh, that's totally acceptable. All models have light bleeds. You know, just be happy with it and throw some putty on it. No matter if that's going to void your warranty. So, but it's okay. Just fix it yourself. Don't hold a manufacturer that has, 2,400 employees and is a multi-billion-dollar company. Yep, just carry the water for them and keep licking their boots. Oh, and then I got a hull breach too on top of that. Yep, down there on the hull. Yep, absolutely wonderful. This is a total distraction of this model. But then, again, per the Facebook groups, I should be happy with it. Oh, I guess their putty solution will just magically make these dips of the saucer section just disappear, right? Now, to me, I'm no engineer, but I've built many things before, and I would say that this lower saucer section, where you see these openings, is because, oh, look at that, that's a beauty, is because the fasteners might have been over-tightened. And you could easily have just make sure that you had torque specs on the screw guns, as well maybe as a gasket underneath to help equalize the pressure between the two of them. But, this is the craftsmanship that, a multi-billion-dollar company with 2,400 employees have put out. I mean, everything else is great on here, but I'm supposed to live with that. Now, I want to send a kind reminder of the update video that Tomy Plus sent out to make sure customers were happy.
The wait is nearly over, and what you're about to see makes every moment worth it. Tomy proudly presents the diecast replica of the USS Enterprise as she appeared in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Every angle, every surface, every detail has been crafted to capture the majesty of Starfleet's flagship. Custom lighting effects illuminate her silhouette, while windows glow with the promise of life within, bringing the ship to life just as it appeared on the silver screen. Paired with an iridescent paint effect that dances with light, navigational markers flash, guiding the Enterprise through the stars. Even the most iconic features are here. The Officer's Lounge, the Arboretum, phaser banks and photon torpedo tubes, the warp missiles, all recreated with meticulous precision. But the journey does not end there. This release also includes the Suroc long-range shuttle with its warp sled, faithfully scaled and designed to dock seamlessly with the Enterprise. This is a detail that transforms this model into more than a replica, and it is a story brought into 3 dimensions. In just a couple of months, the Enterprise will arrive, and when she does, she will not only meet expectations, she will surpass them. Thank you for being part of this journey with us.
Don't know what happened during their rigorous QC process. I love my hull breach too. But look at that saucer section. Nice and tight. I mean, it just looks perfect. No hull breach, no saucer bleeding of any light. I mean, the model looks great. This is what was advertised to us. And you should not accept anything less. Now, there are videos out there on YouTube, as well as people in the Facebook groups that say, just throw some putty in there, But it literally says in the warranty, do not alter it, because it could actually void it. And Tomy Plus just released a statement saying not to do that, to contact customer support. Yet, you will still see people disagreeing with them and telling people to fix it themselves with putty and all that. It just amazes me. I don't get it. Just contact customer support and do it the right way. It is the people like them that want to provide a band-aid solution to a product instead of holding the manufacturer accountable for getting it fixed correctly. If you attempt to fix products yourself, all that does is lower the bar for the rest of us. Holding a manufacturer accountable only increases the standards of quality. If you want to keep it, that's totally up to you, and I'm fine with that. However, the manufacturer will never know that these concerns need to be addressed. This is a limited run, and I get the concerns. However, Tomy needs to make it right. And the only way to make it right is to address all these concerns. And if they have to respin up manufacturing, then that's their problem. Or if they have to provide repair kits, I don't know. But all I know is that Monday, I contacted Tomy, I got my RMA, got a return label, and it's off to Tomy. They actually received it on Wednesday. And that statement from Tomy Plus, they said that each unit will be inspected to make sure that you get the product that you paid for. So it went off to Tomy, they received it on Wednesday, and we will wait.